Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to some Harry Potter trivia tonight. My name is Haley, and I will be your lovely host this evening. Welcome to our chat, to our game. Um, Excited to be hosting this magical night of trivia for all of you. If you haven't played with us before, I highly recommend slash demand that you get out a secondary device like a phone or a tablet or another browser window and go to that URL you see on the screen, online.bagoftricks.com, and enter that code. That'll take you to the portal where we'll be playing trivia tonight, so you don't want to miss out on actually being able to get at those questions. So make sure you get up your second browser window or secondary device with that URL and get into the portal for tonight. Looks like we got just a couple people coming in right now. I am going to wait 5-10-ish minutes before we get started tonight, just in case people are running a little bit late. But if you guys have questions, if you have any tech hiccups, any of that good stuff, put it here in the chat. I do have that chat up and live on my screen, so I can help make sure I'm engaging with you guys and also just like answering any questions you may have. Obviously, I can't answer the trivia questions for you, but it's there to chat, hang out, just have a good magical evening. Looks like we got people jumping into our app tonight, which is great. Love to see everybody already queued up and ready to play. Drop your Hogwarts house in the chat. Always curious about what people think their house is, and it's Harry Potter trivia, so why not? I personally am a Ravenclaw. Um, have have a couple Slytherin friends, but a lot of Hufflepuff friends too. Hufflepuff, I think, in recent years has started to get the love it so deserves. I did get to go to Universal Harry Potter World a couple years ago, obviously before the pandemic, and it was a blast. Hey, we got a Gryffindor in the chat. Represent. Gryffindors are pretty freaking cool. Um, I feel like Gryffindors and Ravenclaws would get along very well. Um, Very chaotic friendship for sure, but a good friendship. Looks like we got a couple more jumping in, which is super exciting. Welcome, everybody. Chaotic friendships are the best kind of friendships. You're 100% right. I think Slytherins and Hufflepuffs would also make a nice but probably unlikely duo. They'd just be pretty chill, I think. Lots of snacks, Hufflepuffs. Their common room being close to the kitchen and all that. I have to admit, I haven't consumed any Harry Potter content in quite some time. It used to be my like when I wanted a background movie, I'd put on Harry Potter movies, but haven't had one in quite some time. I'm not sure if they're on any streaming services, the movies. 'Cause I I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm dating myself here, but I used to actually put in all the DVDs and rotated them out. Not even Blu-rays, just DVDs. So, all right, looks like a couple more folks are jumping in. If you're just joining us, my name is Haley, and I am here for a magical night of Harry Potter trivia with everyone. If you haven't yet, please grab that secondary device like your phone, your tablet, or a second browser window. Go to online.bagoftricks.com and enter that code you see on the screen here. And that's where you will play our Harry Potter trivia tonight. At the start of the game, I will explain all the awesome questions we got, how it works, so don't worry, you got some time before then. Go grab some water, stay hydrated, grab a snack, all that good stuff. Oh, I think you can watch them on Peacock. Good to know. I have not had any experience with Peacock as a streaming service, but I know that's one of the newer ones, so let me know. I think I have the DVDs somewhere if I really dug for them, but I can't say we have a DVD player. I think my Xbox might work as a DVD player. But yeah, I can't say we have a whole lot of CD drives or DVD readers sitting around. If you're just joining us, make sure you pull up that secondary device. Go to online.bagoftricks.com, spelled BAIG of tricks.com. Enter that code, and you'll be taken to our app. Seems like we got 6 people in there right now, but I'm seeing a couple more viewers right now, so don't want anybody to just view and not be able to play. Oh, and I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Jelmar? I phonetically maybe I can look up how to say that. But Xbox fan. I have the old Xbox One. I don't have the fancy new QB one. I've moved on to just a lot of playing my Nintendo Switch. I've always been a Nintendo fan, but I've put quite a few hours on my Switch, especially since Animal Crossing came out. So, jelly, like a PB and jelly. Aw, that's adorable. I love that. All right, we got just a couple more minutes that I'm going to wait to make sure that we don't start without anybody. And looks like I do have almost everybody in the actual app itself, so I'll keep an eye out on that. But as we were talking about earlier, if you're just joining us, drop your Hogwarts house in the chat. I do have the YouTube chat open just to hang out, talk with you guys, see what's up. But you can also always shoot me a message in there if there's any tech troubles, because I have had my headset die in the middle of one or two of these, and suddenly I wasn't speaking anymore, and chat let me know. So always having a good lifeline there. Give it just 2 more minutes. How do people feel? The real divisive question. How do people feel about the Fantastic Beasts movie series? I like the first one. The second one was really hard to follow. I thought there was just way too much going on. But maybe I'm just kind of picky. We'll see. There's supposed to be like 5 of those movies, so I'm not sure how they're going to pack even more plot into all of those. I would like to see some more Fantastic Beasts in a Fantastic Beasts series, personally. But I'm sure that's a lot of like CGI and animation money too. So we'll see how it goes. All right. I think looks like all the viewers we've currently got are in our trivia portal. So, gonna give it maybe a couple more seconds and then we're gonna get started. I don't really remember them. I've only seen each one once. Yeah, I had no desires to rewatch those, I don't think. I think I might have saw the first one like a second time on like a plane or something. But can't say I saw the second one more than when it initially premiered. All right, it is 7:10, so we're going to get started tonight. And I'm going to hit the start button and explain how this wonderful trivia game works. So, how this works is we have 36 multiple choice questions for all you magical folks tonight. The format will be I will read the question. So, in this case, question one, what is the name of your host today? And then I will say answers are opening up. When I say answers are opening up, you'll see the 4 multiple choice answer options appear on the screen, as well as the timer for the question will start counting down. You have 30 seconds to answer each question, but the catch here is the faster you answer a question, the more points you get. So you can get a maximum of 150 points per question. But, and as you'll see while we do this test question, the faster you click, the more points you'll get. Whereas if you click 1 second before the timer runs out, you'll only get a small amount of points. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it with question one, your test question for the night. What is the name of your host today? Those answers opening up. Is it Emma, Kelsey, Phoebe, or Haley? What is the name of your host today? Emma, Kelsey, Phoebe, or Haley? Excited to be with you magical folks tonight. Okay, and timer is up on question one. So as you can see, the bar will go down as we go through the questions. But question one, your test question for the night. What is the name of your host today? I'm Haley. It is a pleasure to be here with all of you. And 100% of you got that right. Hats off to you on a perfect score for our test question. All right. Getting into question two. Question two, where in Hogwarts is the Slytherin common room located? Those answers opening up. Is it below the Great Hall, next to the kitchens, in the West Tower, or in the dungeons? Where in Hogwarts is the Slytherin common room located? Below the Great Hall, next to the kitchens, in the West Tower, or in the dungeons? Gabby, I just took an online quiz and I'm a Ravenclaw. Ravenclaws represent. I'm also Ravenclaw. We seem like a fun house. We're not just like really like nerds. We're fun. We're fun. All right, question two. Where in Hogwarts is the Slytherin common room located? That would be in the dungeons. The dungeons, the dungeons. 43% of you got that correct tonight. A couple guesses for the West Tower and a couple for below the Great Hall, but it's in the dungeons. Moving into question three. Which professor teaches flying lessons at Hogwarts? Those answers opening up. Is it Professor Flitwick, Madam Hooch, Professor McGonagall, or Madam Pomfrey? Which professor teaches flying lessons at Hogwarts? Professor Flitwick, Madam Hooch, Professor McGonagall, or Madam Pomfrey? Ooh, who's your favorite Hogwarts professor? I feel like this is kind of a fun question. Let me know in the chat. I'm a big McGonagall fan. She's sassy and powerful. Love McGonagall. All right, question three. Which professor teaches flying lessons at Hogwarts? That would be Madam Hooch. Madam Hooch. 57% of you getting that correct. Couple guesses for Flitwick, couple for Madam Pomfrey, but it's Madam Hooch. Moving into question four. Hermione's parents both had what job in the Muggle world? Those answers opening up. Is it doctors, engineers, teachers, or dentists? Hermione's parents both had what job in the Muggle world? So they both had the same job. Doctors, engineers, teachers, or dentists? All right, timer's up on question 4. Hermione's parents both had what job in the Muggle world? That would be dentists. They were both dentists. 50% of you getting that correct. A couple guesses for doctors and teachers, but they're both dentists, which she struggles to explain to wizard folk that they care for muggles' teeth. And that is kind of a weird thing to have to explain, if somebody's never heard of a dentist. So, all right, moving into question 5. I'm sorry, this gift just cracked me up. Question 5. How many points is it worth to catch the golden snitch in a Quidditch match? Those answers opening up. Is it worth 100 points, 125 points, 150 points, or 175 points? How many points is it worth to catch the golden snitch in a Quidditch match? Alrighty, let's talk some Quidditch. Question 5. How many points is it worth to catch the golden snitch in a Quidditch match? That'd be 150 points. 150 points. 63% of you getting that correct. Just like our trivia questions here, worth 150 points. Moving into question 6. What was the address of Sirius Black's home? Those answers opening up. Was it 12 Grimmauld Place, 12 Grimmerwald Place, 12 Grindelwald Place, or 12 Grindelwald Place? I pronounced all of these very similarly, so I apologize, but I promise they're spelled different and they are different. What was the address of Sirius Black's home? Okay, question 6. Timer is up. What was the address of Sirius Black's home? That'd be 12 Grimmauld Place. 25% of you getting that right. A bunch of guesses for Grindelwald, but it is Grimmauld, which is not easy to say, I think. But maybe that's just me. And every 5 or so questions, I'm going to give you guys a look at our leaderboard for the night. So currently in first place, we've got Hedwig with 560 points. In second place, we've got Darth Potter with 554 points. In a strong third, we've got PB and Jellimar with 478 points. We've got Mari, we've got Gabby, Jaylene, Susie, and EJ. We've got plenty more questions for y'all tonight, 30 more questions, so don't count yourselves out just yet. Moving right into question 7. How old did a student have to be to place their name in the Goblet of Fire? Those answers opening up. Was it 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, or 18 years old? How old did a student have to be to place their name in the Goblet of Fire? 15, 16, 17, or 18? YouTube is giving me like a weird error message right now. It sometimes does this where it's like, you're not streaming right, but I'm like, yes, I am. So let me know if the stream is having any troubles in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just ignore it. Okay, question 7. How old did a student have to be to place their name in the Goblet of Fire? That would be 17. 17 years old to be able to compete in the Triwizard Tournament. 44% of you getting that correct. Moving into question 8. In the 19 Years Later epilogue, which is the eldest of Harry and Ginny Potter's kids? Those answers opening up. Is it Lily Luna, James Sirius, Albus Severus, or Remus George? In the 19 Years Later epilogue, which is the eldest of Harry and Ginny Potter's kids? Which is the eldest child? I always forget how, I don't want to say how short Daniel Radcliffe is, but maybe just all the other folks in the Harry Potter movies are very tall, but I always forget that he's not as tall. All right, question 8. In the 19 Years Later epilogue, which is the eldest of Harry and Ginny Potter's kids? That would be James Sirius. James Sirius is their eldest son. 38% of you getting that correct. A lot of guesses for Albus Severus, which he is one of their kids, but he's the middle child. And then Lily Luna is their youngest as their daughter. Okay, moving right along into question 9. In the book, who gives Harry the gillyweed he needs for the Triwizard Tournament? And I want to be very specific. This is asking, according to the books, who gives Harry the gillyweed he needs for the Triwizard Tournament? Those answers opening up. Is it Barty Crouch Jr., McGonagall, Dobby, or Dumbledore? In the books, who gives Harry the gillyweed he needs for the Triwizard Tournament? Barty Crouch Jr., McGonagall, Dobby, or Dumbledore? There's a bunch of great Harry Potter gifts out there. This one that's on the screen is one of my faves. Okay, question 9, I'm sorry. In the books, who gives Harry the gillyweed he needs for the Triwizard Tournament? That'd be Dobby. Dobby gives him the gillyweed. 33% of you getting that correct, but this was a hard question. A lot of guesses all over the place, and since it was a book-specific question, those can definitely be harder. But congrats to those of you who got it correct. Question 10. In the first book, on which floor is the off-limits corridor located? Those answers opening up. Is it the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, or the fourth floor? In the first book, on which floor is the off-limits corridor located? First floor, second floor, third floor, or fourth floor? Okay, question 10. In the first book, on which floor is the off-limits corridor located? That'd be the third floor corridor. They cannot go into the third floor corridor. 67% of you getting that correct tonight. You're pros. Question 11. On what day do Hogwarts students need to catch the Hogwarts Express to return to school? Like after their breaks. Those answers open it up. Is it August 26th, September 1st, September 15th, or October 1st? On what day do Hogwarts students need to catch the Hogwarts Express to return to school? August 26th, September 1st, September 15th, or October 1st? Oh. Hmm. Sorry, I'll just trying to do a little bit of quick tech troubleshooting here. Seems like everything's fine, so if you could let me know in the chat if anything is wrong, I would appreciate it, but like if you're experiencing bad buffering or anything, let me know. I have a very strong internet connection, so this is very odd. Looks good. All right, appreciate it. YouTube just false flags as poor connection sometimes, so it is what it is. Alrighty, question 11. On what day do Hogwarts students need to catch the Hogwarts Express to return to school? That would be September 1st. September 1st. 89% of you getting that correct. And taking a quick look at our rankings. Ooh, coming in at first, we've got Darth Potter with 956 points. In a very, very close second, we've got PB&J. In third, we've got Mari. In fourth, Hedwig. Fifth, Andy. Sixth, Gabby. Seventh, Susie. Eighth, Jaylene. And ninth, EJ. So, like I said, we still got plenty of questions. Don't count yourself out yet. And remember, the faster you hit that correct answer, the more points you're gonna get. So let's move into question 12. Question 12. The sound of which creature can kill a basilisk? This answer's opening up. Is it the sound of a rooster, a mandrake, a banshee, or a hippogriff? The sound of which creature can kill a basilisk? A rooster, a mandrake, a banshee, or a hippogriff? Alright, let's talk about some fantastic beasts. The sound of which creature can kill a basilisk? That would be rooster. A rooster's cry can kill a basilisk. 22% of you getting that correct. This was a tough one. A mandrake is used, I think, to help cure like the when people get like frozen in stone almost. Petrification. There we go. So mandrake is used to cure petrification that is caused by a basilisk's looking at you, but a rooster can kill it. Moving into question 13. What color is unicorn blood? Those answers opening up. Is it pink, silver, green, or yellow? What color is unicorn blood? Pink, silver, green, or yellow? We even color coded the options. We're not trying to trick you in any way, so the color listed is the color of the button, promise. Alrighty, question 13. What color is unicorn blood? That'd be silver. Unicorns have silver blood. 100% of you getting that right. Cheers to you guys. The magical hat throwing like they do at the end of the movies off to y'all. Y'all really not know your stuff. Question 14. Let's talk about my favorite gamekeeper. What did a Hagrid give to Harry for Christmas in the first book? Those answers opening up. Was it an invisibility cloak, a magical pouch, a wooden flute, or a wizard's chessboard? What did Hagrid give to Harry for Christmas in the first book? An invisibility cloak, a magical pouch, a wooden flute, or a wizard's chessboard? Ah, I love Hagrid. What a sweet, sweet man. So nice. And so enthusiastic in this gif. Alright, question 14. What did Hagrid give to Harry for Christmas in the first book? That'd be a wooden flute. A wooden flute. Ooh, this was a tough one. A lot of guesses for invisibility cloak, a lot for the wizard's chessboard, but it is a wooden flute. I believe Dumbledore is the one who gifts him the invisibility cloak. Moving into question 15. What does Vernon Dursley's company sell? Those answers opening up. Is it vacuums, software, cars, or drills? What does Vernon Dursley's company sell? Is it vacuums, software, cars, or drills? This is one of those just fun little details that I've learned hosting trivia. I don't think I would have remembered this from the books, honestly. All right, question 15. What does Vernon Dursley's company sell? That would be drills. He is a drill salesman. 33% of you getting that correct. A lot of guesses for cars, a couple for vacuums, but he's a drill salesman of all things. And question 16. What establishment does Aberforth Dumbledore own and run? Those answers opening up. Is it Honeydukes, the Hogshead Inn, the Leaky Cauldron, or the Three Broomsticks? What establishment does Aberforth Dumbledore own and run? Is it Honeydukes, the Hogshead Inn, the Leaky Cauldron, or the Three Broomsticks? All right, let's talk about Aberforth. What establishment does Aberforth Dumbledore own and run? That'd be the Hogshead Inn. The Hogshead Inn. 63% of you getting that correct. A couple guesses for the Three Broomsticks, but Hogshead Inn is like the off the beaten path version of the Three Broomsticks. All right, let's take a quick look at our rankings. Ooh, coming into first, Mari with 1,593 points. In second, we've got PB and Jelly Mar with 1,319 points. Darth Potter still in third with 1,176 points. Andy in fourth, Hedwig in fifth, Gabby in sixth, Susie in seventh, Jaylene in eighth, and EJ in ninth. Still got about a little more than half of our questions to go. So let's continue to shake these rankings up. I never know what to expect. All right, question 17. What is Hermione's Patronus? Those answers opening up. Is it a fox, a weasel, a rabbit, or an otter? What is Hermione's Patronus? Is it a fox, a weasel, a rabbit, or an otter? I think a long time ago when like Pottermore first started, I think I took like the Patronus quiz and I think I got like a horse as my Patronus. I can't remember now. If you've taken a Patronus quiz, let me know what you got in the chat, because I feel like I don't know how those are always determined. All right, what is Hermione's Patronus? That would be an otter. She has an otter for a Patronus. 67% of you getting that correct. Question 18. We're going to talk about this lovely man. Which spell does Gilderoy Lockhart accidentally cast on himself in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Those answers opening up. Does he cast Expelliarmus, Imperio, Obliviate, or Petrificus Totalis? Which spell does Gilderoy Lockhart accidentally cast on himself in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Okay, our favorite defense against the dark arts teacher. Well, not favorite, but certainly an entertaining defense against the dark arts teacher. Which spell does Gilderoy Lockhart accidentally cast on himself in the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets book? That would be Obliviate. Obliviate. The memory wipe charm. 67% of you getting that correct. Question 19. What is Rita Skeeter's animagus form? Those answers opening up. Is she an ant, a mosquito, a beetle, or a spider? What is Rita Skeeter's animagus form? An ant, a mosquito, a beetle, or a spider? Okay, our sassy reporter, what is Rita Skeeter's animagus form? That'd be a beetle. She's a green beetle. 56% of you getting that correct. Fun little detail. Question 20. Back to my main man Hagrid. What is the name of Hagrid's half-brother? Those answers opening up. Is it Harold, Gorp, Gwop, or Pram? What is the name of Hagrid's half-brother? Harold, Gorp, Grop, or Pram? I love the bit throughout. I think it's the first movie where Hagrid is just like, I should not have said that. I love that continuing bit throughout the books. Or it might just be in that one movie, but it's a good bit. Okay, question 20. What is the name of Hagrid's half-brother? That would be Gwop. He has a half-giant brother named Gwop. Or full giant, because he's half giant. 44% of you getting that correct. And question 21. Talking some wizard money. How many sickles is a galleon worth? This answer's opening up. Is it 12 sickles, 17 sickles, 23 sickles, or 100 sickles? How many sickles is a galleon worth? I don't know about you, but accounting in the wizarding world sounds like a nightmare. At least with most currency, it's like, oh, divisible by like 10 or 100 or 5 or something like that. Well, I guess we have pennies too, which is unfortunate, but counting still sounds awful in the wizarding world. All right, question 21. How many sickles is a galleon worth? That'd be 17. 17 sickles. Ooh, that was really tough. A lot of guesses all over the place, but one of you did get it, so congrats to that person. But it is 17 sickles to a galleon. We're going to take a quick look at the leaderboard. Ooh, still in a strong first. We've got Mari with 2,135 points. Common Forum, though, we've got PB and Jelly Mar with 1,686 points. In third place, Andy coming up in the ranks with 1,653 points. In fourth, we've got Darth Potter. Fifth, we've got Hedwig. Sixth, we've got Susie. Seventh, we've got Gabby. Eighth, we've got Jaylene. And ninth, we've got EJ. Hang in there, everybody. We still have about 15 more questions left tonight, so these could change. Who knows? They are kind of hard. There's been some hard ones mixed in here. We do try and have a level playing field of hard and easy, but got some tricky ones in here. All right, question 22. Back to our favorite sport of Quidditch. What position on the Gryffindor Quidditch team did Oliver Wood play? Those answers opening up. Did he play keeper, beater, seeker, or chaser? What position on the Gryffindor Quidditch team did Oliver Wood play? Keeper, beater, seeker, or chaser? You know, thinking about it, it's a small team for how many kids go to that school. Like, yeah, you have one Quidditch team per house, but there's only like what, I don't know, maybe like 7, 8 players or something. That's not very many. I wonder if they have other team sports at Hogwarts. All right, question 22. What position on the Gryffindor Quidditch team did Oliver Wood play? That would be keeper. He played the keeper. 89% of you getting that correct. Some love for Oliver Wood. I love him. All right, question 23. What was the first broomstick that Harry owned? Those answers opening up. Was it a shooting star, a firebolt, a clean sweep 11, or a Nimbus 2000? What was the first broomstick that Harry owned? Was it a shooting star, a firebolt, a clean sweep 11, or a Nimbus 2000? So many broom types, so little time. Okay, question 23. What was the first broomstick that Harry owned? That would be a Nimbus 2000. Nimbus 2000. 89% of you getting that correct. A classic broom. Question 24. What's the name of Neville Longbottom's grandmother? Those answers opening up. Is it Golda, Edith, Augusta, or Josephine? What is the name of Neville Longbottom's grandmother? This is definitely one of the harder ones, I would say. But she does come up a few times, especially in the later books, I think. And when they're talking about Neville, she often comes up. But this is definitely a hard one. Okay, question 24. What is the name of Neville Longbottom's grandmother? That would be Augusta. Augusta Longbottom. Ooh, tough one. 33% of you still getting that right, though. I'm impressed. Moving into question 25. What is the name of Filch's cat? His lovely cat. Is it Sarah Pounce, Buttercup, Jones, or Mrs. Norris? What is the name of Filch's cat? Is it Sir Pounce, Buttercup, Jones, or Mrs. Norris? Oh, that cat. That cat is more of a character than you expect. They come up, in the early books, but I think there's mentions of her in the later books too. All right, question 25. What's the name of Filch's cat? That would be Mrs. Norris. He loves Mrs. Norris. 88% of you getting that correct. Question 26. Talking about the later books. When Ron is splinched while apparating in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, What does Hermione use to heal his wounds? Those answers opening up. Just use Felix Felicis, Essence of Dittany, Mandrake Root, or a Bezoar. When Ron is splinched while apparating in the 7th book, what does Hermione use to heal his wounds? Felix Felicis, Essence of Dittany, Mandrake Root, or a Bezoar? All right, let's talk some medical knowledge in the Wizarding World. When Ron is splinched in the 7th book, what does Hermione use to heal his wounds? That'd be Essence of Dittany. Essence of Dittany. 75% of you getting that correct. Man, I thought that was hard, but y'all knocked it out of the park. So, got some good trivia brains in those heads of yours. Before we move into our next couple of questions, our rankings, Mari in first with 2,662 points, but still in a close second, we've got PB and Jelly Mar with 2,187 points. And a strong third, we've got Andy with 2,183 points. Hedwig, Darth Potter, Susie, Gabby, EJ, and Jaylene. All right, moving into question 27. Question 27. When sniffing the love potion Amortentia in potions class, which scent does Hermione not describe? So, which of these scents is not described? Is it freshly mown grass, new parchment, warm cocoa, or spearmint toothpaste? When sniffing the love potion Amortentia in potions class, which scent does Hermione not describe? Freshly mown grass, new parchment, warm cocoa, or spearmint toothpaste? This trivia is kind of making me want to go back and binge the movies in the background again. Okay, question 27. When sniffing the love potion Amortentia in potions class, which scent does Hermione not describe? She does not describe warm cocoa. Everything else is the scent she describes. 43% of you at getting that correct. A lot of guesses for spearmint toothpaste, but she does not mention warm cocoa. Moving into question 28. Which breed of dragon does Fleur Delacour face in the first Triwizard Tournament Challenge? This answer's opening up. Is it a Chinese fireball, or Norwegian ridgeback, a Swedish short snout, or a common Welsh green? Which breed of dragon does Fleur Delacour face in the first Triwizard Tournament Challenge? Is it a Chinese fireball, a Norwegian ridgeback, a Swedish short snout, or a common Welsh green? All right, let's talk about dragons. Which breed of dragon does Fleur Delacour face in the first Triwizard Tournament Challenge? That would be a common Welsh green. Ooh, that was really tough. A lot of guesses for the Swedish short snout, but it was a common Welsh green. Kudos to the one person who did get that. Question 29. Which is not a shop in Diagon Alley? So answers opening up. Honeydukes, Flourish and Blots, Elop's Owl Emporium, or Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions. So which is not a shop in Diagon Alley? Honeydukes, Flourish and Blots, Elop's Owl Emporium, or Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions? When the pandemic is over, if folks have a chance to go visit Universal, I will say it is really fun to explore these kinds of shops in real life. It's really cool. Okay, question 29. Which is not a shop in Diagon Alley? That would be Honeydukes. Honeydukes is located in Holmesmead or Hogsmeade? Hogsmeade? I never say it right. I'm so sorry. uh, 38% of you getting that correct. 50% of you did guess that it was the Owl Emporium, but that does exist. I believe that's where Harry buys Hedwig, actually. Moving into question 30. Where does Hermione brew her first batch of Polyjuice potion? Those answers opening up. Is it Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, the Hogwarts kitchen, the Gryffindor common room, or the room of requirements? Where does Hermione brew her first batch of Polyjuice potion? Is it in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, the Hogwarts kitchen, the Gryffindor common room, or the room of requirement? Aw, poor cat Hermione. Okay, potions time. Where does Hermione brew her first batch of Polyjuice potion? That'd be in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. That's where we're first introduced to her. 100% of you getting that right. Cheers to you. Throwing the hats, throwing wizard hats all around. Easy peasy. Y'all are pros. All right, question 31. Which is the house ghost of Hufflepuff? Those answers opening up. Is it the Grey Lady, the Bloody Baron, the Fat Friar, or Nearly Headless Nick? Which is the house ghost of Hufflepuff? Is it the Grey Lady, the Bloody Baron, the Fat Friar, or Nearly Headless Nick? Got any Hufflepuffs in chat? Represent? I always point down like chat is over here. I think it's to the side, and I might be pointing to the wrong side. So I should just stop pointing. But question 31. Which is the house ghost of Hufflepuff? That would be the Fat Friar. The Fat Friar is the house ghost. 56% of you gotten that correct. And we're going to take one last look at our leaderboard before moving into our final 5 questions of the night. Ooh! Moving into first place, we've got Mari with 3,039 points. Still catching up to her, though, we've got Andy with 2,561 points. And third, we've got PB and Jelly with 2,553 points. And fourth, we've got Hedwig. Fifth, we've got Darth Potter. Sixth, we've got Susie. Seventh, we've got Gabby. Eighth, we've got EJ. And ninth, we've got Jaylene. We've got 5 questions left for you tonight, so who knows what could happen to these final rankings. Give it your best. Have your magical thinking caps on. Okay, question 32. According to Fred and George Weasley, how many passages are there from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade? Those answers opening up. Is it 4 passages, 6 passages, 7 passages, or 9 passages? According to Fred and George Weasley, how many passages are there from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade? 4, 6, 7, or 9? Who dug all these passages? They probably use magic. That's a bad question. All right, according to Fred and George Weasley, how many passages are there from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade? That'd be 7. 7 passages in total. 33% of you getting that right. This looked like a tough one, but there are 7 passages. Moving into question 33. Which of the following is not a protection for the philosopher's, aka the sorcerer's, stone? Not a protection. Is it the Mirror of Erised? Is that how you say that? Wizard's Chess, Devil's Snare, or Cornish Pixies? Which of the following is not a protection for the Philosopher's Stone? What a wild task to give your teachers. Like, hey, you gotta create like a magical puzzle or like a protection for this very important magical obstacle, and you just have to like come up with it. All right, question 33. Which of the following is not a protection for the Philosopher's Stone? That would be Cornish pixies. Cornish pixies are not used. 56% of you getting that correct. We are, I think, introduced to the awfulness of Cornish pixies in the second book, I believe. Moving into question 34. Which of the marauders was not an animagus? Those answers opening up. Was it Sirius Black, Peter Pettigrew, Remus Lupin, or James Potter? Which of the marauders was not an animagus? Sirius, Peter, Remus, or James? Got some other generations. Looking back at Hogwarts history. Not Hogwarts A history. All right, question 34. Which of the marauders was not an animagus? That would be Remus Lupin. Remus Lupin is not. He is a werewolf. 56% of you getting that correct. Y'all know your marauders too. Question 35. Which of the Weasleys went to Romania to study dragons? This answer's opening up. Was it Bill Weasley, Arthur Weasley, Charlie Weasley, or Percy Weasley? Which of the Weasleys went to Romania to study dragons? Was it Bill, Arthur, Charlie, or Percy? Gotta love all the Weasley fam. Who's your favorite Weasley? Let me know. Let me know in chat. They're all pretty awesome. They each have their merits. All right, question 35. Which of the Weasleys went to Romania to study dragons? That'd be Charlie. Charlie studies dragons. 67% of you getting that right. Some love for my boy Charlie Weasley. He's pretty awesome. And our final question of the night, question 36. Which of these is not a position in Quidditch? Those answers opening up. Not a position, seeker, striker, beater, or chaser. Which of these is not a position in Quidditch? Seeker, striker, beater, or chaser? Get your last answers in. All right. And that just about marks our time on our final question of the night. Question 36. Which of these is not a position in Quidditch? That'd be a striker. A striker is not a position in Quidditch. 78% of you getting that right. Going out on a high note. So without further ado, drum roll please. Our final rankings of the night. In first place with 3,452 points, we've got Mari. In a strong second, we've got Andy with 3,247 points. In third place, we've got PB and Jelmar with 3,071 points. In fourth place, we've got Hedwig with 2,907 points. In fifth place, we've got Darth Potter with 2,482 points. And sixth, we've got Susie with 1,568 points. In seventh, we've got Gabby with 1,246 points. In eighth, we've got EJ with 1,159 points. And in ninth, we've got Jaylene with 711 points. Whew, you folks were such a joy to have with me tonight. I hope you had a magical night of Harry Potter trivia. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all a safe and happy rest of your week and weekend. And wash your hands. Stay safe, everybody. Go watch some Harry Potter if you're so inclined. And have a good one. Bye bye.